that might have worked. That might have worked. Hello? Oh, please tell me that worked. Oh, I'm so on right now. Oh, it totally worked. Yes. Oh, yeah. I got it to work. I fixed it. I had to delete like the catches on Streamlabs, the internet, you name it. Okay, that works for me. We can do this. This we can. This will fly. I fixed it. Oh yeah. I'm so stoked right now. I thought it was gonna be like a 20-hour thing because they had a internet, or they got internet outages in Detroit. So I'm like, maybe it's the internet outage. It's not. Oh yeah. Give me just 1 second, guys. I was having some technical issues getting online this morning, and I think I fixed it. So just give me one moment here. I'm so excited right now. I can't, like, I really am. All right, hold on here. Yes. Go ahead and, do you mind, do me a favor and just, I'm back. Back online. I'm so back, baby. You know, I couldn't get hard earlier this morning. I'm hard now. We gotta find out if we're gonna sell this fucker or what. Did we hit 50 on that stroke? God damn it. We still didn't hit 50. I really want to tag that 50. It's almost like a wick that's missing. It's not a ghost wick. It's like a, talk about it. Check 1 2, mic check. Oh yeah, look at that right there. Ooh yeah. We need to watch if you're I'll be on the show here in just a second. You want to be watching this one right here. This is the big bad boy. So if we can break through this one right here, it's these 2 white lines right here. We need to like do this right here. Well, follow my cursor, like the goat. Hold on, that's a shitty line there. Like our man, Mr. Yen. So we need to like blast down here, just right there. If we do that right there, we can then sell it, and we'll go to the depths of hell. But we're not quite there yet. We got to break through this.
S&P 500.
What is that? 732.58 ish. We're not there yet. So here, I'll put this on the 1 minute. Can we just 1 second here, guys? I gotta see this right here.
So there's no recent news that's come out to lead to the.
Notice how we didn't go below it here. Just keep your eye right here. Notice how we didn't go below it. They tried to bomb it already.
Talks is that they continue for a number.
So they got to get underneath this line. Now, if they can't, if they got to get underneath here, below this. If they do that, we can start talking about party time. But we're not quite there yet. Be extremely careful how they're trying to. This could be a trap for bears. So just be like, you got to see the tag here, and then we can start selling the fuck out of it. We're not quite there just yet. So hang tight, guys. Give me just 1 quick second here. They didn't sell this morning, did they? Hold on a second here. I said that yesterday. I think we should have gone a little bit higher, though. My own view, I think we should have. I really hate that we haven't hit that 50. Because I'll explain it better this morning. I was explaining it to Doggone It last night, so we'll go over it here in a minute. Be extremely careful in here. I'll explain it here in just a second. There's a lot of fuck around fuckery going on this past week, and well, not really. We'll start it over. We'll start talking about it again today and try to rehash it all. Just give me 1 quick second here, guys. Like literally 1 second. All right. And I don't know if I've got volume here or not either. I might have to do a bunch of stuff when on stream here, so I apologize. Where's my old man thingy?
BLS nominee Matsumoto says some.
Give me 1 quick second here.
Large, persistently negative job provisions could be issues with statistical models. BLS nominee Matsumoto says decline in initial and overall survey response rates could mean sample becomes less representative.
They're really trying to manufacture this, right? Doom. New bear market. Bubbles popped, bro. All right, hold on here. All right, check 1, 2. Let's see what's going on here. See if we can get this a little bit better here. Maybe it's my chair. Can't tell. Yeah, no, I'm not a mess, but I've been on travel detail bullshit. Hold on here. Getting yelled at here in the background by people. Everybody's like, no one's in school anymore, so I've got like family everywhere, and no one's quite found their place yet in the not at school anymore. Give me a quick second here, guys. Like, that's not good enough right there. Just so you know, that is not good enough. I mean, it can become good enough, but it's not good enough. This could be very trappy in here. Excuse me. Blah. Give me one quick second here, guys. I'm just gonna make sure I got everything going here. And I'm not hearing any. Oh, there it is. I heard that. Just play this. I'm just gonna play something really quick.
By experts comment that you heard earlier today. The DOE, this is the Biden era.
Okay, that's better. Oh yeah, Biden era, I bet. Politics. These guys are all the same. I don't trust any of them. I'll be honest with you guys. It's during the Trump era. It's during the Biden era. It's during whatever era. I'm like, you're all doing the same shit. I'm like, you know what's fucked up is like, when you spend enough time, like Wolf Street, Wolf Richter, he like got me down the rabbit hole a couple of years ago, like 2-3 years ago, where I started like really caring and like really wanting to know what's going on. And once I figured that out, that was the nail in the coffin for me. That was like literally the fucking nail in the coffin where I was like, fuck it. They're all in it together. It was like, that was it for me. I was done. Because you can't fuck with the data. You know, like I guess you can massage the data, but you can't fuck with the data over decades. And that's when the wool was over for me. Like the wool over the eyes. They're all doing the same shit. You can like literally see it.
News conference then.
You can see it in all kinds of different data points, and it's fucked up. Anyways, like every time I hear that, I'm like, it's so cringe. But I realize that their audience is, you know, ill-informed or something, uninformed. And I get it. I was like that too. Most people, I think, are. You know, it's easy to manipulate data. So, sorry, I got to turn that guy off. I don't want to hear that shit this morning. I ain't got no time for the politics side of this stuff. Okay, what if it doesn't relate to the market? So let's move on from that. So sorry about this morning being late. Having some issues in the background. I thought it was the internet. It was not the internet. We have outages where I live, but I was like, maybe it's that. And then I went through like a punch list of things to get this back up and running. I just had to clear a bunch of caches and authorization keys and stream keys and bunch of nonsense. Streamlabs said that it was potentially an update that takes place with Windows 11 that ends up breaking, or the cache is just so full in different places that slows everything down. So I couldn't get on the internet to dual stream and all, or quadruple stream or whatever it is. So I apologize for the wait this morning. We do this live every day. It's not like CNN or something where I got, you know, $1 million of equipment. I got $100,000 in equipment, and it's not enough at times. So I apologize. And I don't have a studio engineers and all that shit. Hopefully we can afford those guys soon. To be honest with you, I'm hoping that happens sooner than you think. We'll have like a professional crew here, people doing research and all that kind of stuff, and if we're very close. I don't know if you guys know that, but we're like right fucking there. So if that happens, I just gotta supposedly get a written offer and stuff and sign a bunch of dot some T's and circle some I's and scratch out some J's and stuff. But if that happens, we'll have like people doing a bunch of my bidding, like people that have been following me for too long. They're like, okay, I repeat everything, or I do everything you do now, bro. And so, anyways, where are we at this morning? So we're gonna have a quick talk here. And I think I talked about this yesterday. We're gonna talk about it again today. Yesterday. So how yesterday started for me was I got back into town very late. Like it was extremely late. It was in the early morning hours on not yesterday, but late last or the night before, I guess. What is that? Monday night into Tuesday morning. By the time I got home, you gotta see the kids, see the dogs, see the cats, shake hands, hugs, all that kind of stuff, and I didn't get to sleep until extremely early in the morning. But then yesterday morning, I was looking for two pumps yesterday, and I'll show them to you here. And we can go back to an hour here. Let's just get rid of all this for a minute. Come back to this. And we need to talk about this because it's evolving over time. And I've been on a conversation about this privately for the past few days. And what I didn't like, well, I can describe this two different ways too. I can give two reasons for this, but what I wanted yesterday was a pump. Oh, sorry. Now let's rewind. So we come into a red week, right? Let's start at the beginning and just make sure everybody's same page. Okay. So we come into the last week, we back test the Friday, Thursday of the prior week. We wind up also, you can see it here. This is let me go over here really quick and show you guys. Just so you guys want to remember this stuff because it works every week, every month, every quarter, and you need to be aware of this stuff. It's very, 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 very important concept in the stock market. We're gonna do an educational segment here, and I really, really need you guys to understand this stuff. And we're gonna go over mostly in detail at this point. So you have this is Monday right here, or here's Friday, 1600. Okay. And normally, like we've got green weeks, right? So like a green week, you're closing out a green week. You expect on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's normally Monday, but it can be any of those. But you're going to go into a weekend effect expecting a new high on the new week. Once you put in that new high, the market will attempt. So remember this: your prior green week. You're coming into a new week. You don't know what the new week is going to be. You're going to expect that week to be green. Green begets green. Now, if let's say we go from green to red, right? You got a green week, then you go to a red week, right? It doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is that you come into that Monday, you're looking for the high, and if you can get that high on Monday, they'll attempt to sell it. Okay?
Just kind of seeing some bits of news being chucked out here, but
turn that off.
Disconnected.
And what they'll do is they'll attempt to sell it. Okay. And when they sell it, they're going to retest the Friday and sometimes Thursday low of the prior week. That's the biggie. So and they'll do it on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Now, depending on how far down they go, like if they can't sell it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for new weekly lows, there'll be no red week. Like the idea is that by Wednesday you come in and they start ripping it to new highs into that Thursday, Friday, or the following Monday, right? You'll get like the new weekly high, then you'll get a bigger high on that Monday. And that helps dealers to like not pay you too, right? Now, when you come back and you're testing, I don't know what just happened there, but when you're coming back and you're testing these prior lows on the prior Thursday, Friday, let's go look at them. So this is Thursday right here. And this is Friday right here. You can kind of see it right here. So here's your Thursday right here, I believe. So this Friday, 10 a.m., right? And this is your Thursday. It's somewhere in here. And you can see that they're like back testing it, right? They're taking a shot at it, right? Taking a shot at it, worked. And then you go into Thursday, and this is the big boy right here. So this is last week. So we go from we're unable, or we start breaking through the lows, we start rejecting. Now we're rejecting the Friday of this week here in the next week, right? So you're like, now you're rejecting on Thursday the prior Friday low, right? This is bad news right here, right? And this can become nasty, can't it? Now, sometimes it's not that nasty. This only needed to go right here. Just this right here. Into this Monday. But we went down here, didn't we? Now, this to me, I considered this very manufactured. I was on a call with a Telegram group, Doug on its Telegram group last Friday. When I was traveling, I was on a phone call saying they're going to bury this into the close. If you can ask Doug on it, he's in our Discord. And I'm like, they're going to slam it down here and they're going to bury it. This is, to me, moving the market where it needs to be. No news, no a material reason for us to go down. I'm sorry, your bond market's not good enough. That's not the reason we're going down. And what I think is the reason is why we're going down is because we're running a playbook that's similar to June of 1996. And we're going to get into that in a minute here too, because there was a second leg down in June of 1996, but that was due to a bombing that took place in Khobar Towers. I was alive then. I was around. I remember these things. But we had the Khobar Tower bombings, and we made a second leg lower for like 15% drop. But the playbook for that June was not that trade. It was to stop right where we are. So unless we manufacture a wag the dog type of a deal, looking for something to happen bad, like the Khobar Towers, and to blame it on it to run the rest of that trade, I don't think that was a part of the playbook. And they run these same playbooks over and over and over and again. And that brings up a whole nother bunch of questions. Brings up like the bubble could last for much longer than you think. And that actually aligns with what Larry Williams says, that we're in a new bull run. I know that's going to freak you the fuck out, but theoretically, we created a new bull run by the dump last spring. Created a new bull cycle. It happened really fast, and you might have missed it, but potentially that happened. Now, that doesn't preclude like bear raids and crashes and all that kind of shit. If you remember the 90s, we would dump like 20, 30% and then put on like 50, 60, 70%. It just, these moves become extremely large. Anyways, forget that tangent for a minute. So they're burying it down here, right? Now, this creates a red week, right? So you come into this Friday here, and there's your red week. So green week, green week, green week, green week, green week, green month, green month, green month, green month, green month, green month, green month. And what we start this week, this new week right here, is you don't know if you're going to have another red week. I'll be honest with you. It could be just one red week. It could be 2, could be 3, could be 10. Doesn't matter. So you come into your new red week, and you start to question a few things. You ask yourself, like 2 questions. You say, well, if we have a second red week, we're likely going to backtest the prior month low, which is typically in the middle of the month if it's a green month. It's usually around like the 18th, the 20th, 21st sometimes. You ever notice how we sell like March 21st in the springtime? A lot of times, a lot of years. It's like March 21st, we're slamming. So anyways, long story short, the question becomes, starting this week, will we check the prior month? And you start looking back even before that. You look at May and you look at April at this point. Like, this is the start of this week. You start looking, hey, can we backtest June or May? Can we backtest June? So the first place you start looking is in the month of May, right? Here's May right here. Do you see it? And you start looking at, here's the 12th. Here's the 19th. And I told you, like, right around the 20th, somewhere in there. So you start looking at this one right here for May, right? So you put this one up here. This is May. And you're looking for like that May low, the second green buy, right in here. It's like right about here. So you're inside of here. See it? And that's the retest of the halfway retest of May. Now, let's rewind again just a little bit. So I know it's crazy. So you come back into this beginning of this week, and even if you had a red week last week, green week last week, doesn't matter. You're going to put in a high again on Monday. That's what this is right here. And what this Monday high is, for two reasons. They're gonna a bunch of stuff will happen on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday the next week. Every week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sellers will have a chance to sell the market. Okay, so you'll get the first chance here. This is Monday. See it right there? They came in at 10. They attempted to sell it. They came in again on Tuesday to try to sell it here. And for me personally, the only thing I would have preferred was to have seen this right here. I'll draw this in. One there, 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 and then a blast down. Okay? And I'll show this here for you. Now this broke, so it kind of dissolves it. And this should be somewhere, like see that 50 up there? And when they dumped it yesterday, I don't think anyone was really truly expecting this to fail. I think they expected like a new low maybe. And then one more and then the failure. But again, we manufactured, or there was nobody standing there, right? So what happened was they got lucky, right? Slam it down, right? And it got buried. And this is good to get, like, the sentiment is in this place at this point. We've got one red week, 2 red weeks. There's no buyers here. I would have preferred for this to have gone up one more time. And why is that? It's because you're closing the door up here. See this right here? It's like you're being rejected higher here. And what this really does is it closes the door for a full double correction. And that doesn't mean we can't go back down here right now and blast down here and finish that up or whatever. But you can see the manufacturing in here. This is like end of day stuff, right? This shouldn't have happened at 10 a.m. I'll be honest with you. That shouldn't happen. It should happen eventually with the rejection. But you can kind of see like hey, we're going down, right? We're going down here. And they kind of like stopped paying you this morning on, they stopped paying, they didn't pay the inflation print this morning. So dealers don't pay the puts this morning. Now they can go down, right? I think I said this to you yesterday. I was like, the close yesterday, I was like, they'll probably try to trade 50. And we might not see an unclench until like Thursday or Friday. They could even do this right here, make a new low, and then we could even do the 50 again, believe it or not. And then you wouldn't even see the low you're looking for until like Friday or even Monday. Just like if you're got green week after green week and you're not getting the actual prints until the Friday close or the Monday open. At any rate, it brings up another question, doesn't it? Which is, we never backtested June. Excuse me, we never backtested May. Never did it. And we never backtested April, which is way down here. Right here, 23rd, 22nd, 20th, somewhere in here. Let's just take a peek at it really quick. You can see that pump right here. It's somewhere in here. I think it's higher. I think it's over here, but I could be wrong. Just check this on a 4 really quick and see what's going on. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see if we can get this closer here. And just check that. There it is right there. You can see it right here. A little bit easier to see. You could say it's this one right here. Potentially it's this one, but I think it's this one. I think this is your first one right here, and that's your second one right there. Let's look at this one really quick. And this is in the vicinity, right? See that vicinity down here? That's that 720, 718. That's the 710, all that kind of stuff. You could potentially make the argument it's right here too, or that they're going to step in over here. Like, you're going to find buyers in here. So you're kind of like getting close, right? To where that buy should be. At any rate, or beyond all of this, right? There's more that you need to know here. And today is Wednesday. So we'll get rid of this. We could leave that back on. Hold on. We can leave that back on. For today, we will. But there's another problem here, though. What is the problem? Does anybody know? So I said to you, this shouldn't happen, right? And you can see that the buyers are close, right? Really super close, aren't they? You can see that these got bought right here. Could be a matter of just sweeping this over here on a Wednesday, right? Remember, we have to get like the new lows, and we kind of need like if you did this on a Wednesday, let's say, and we're closing higher up here, Thursday, Friday, they could rip your faces off into Friday and Monday in a violent way, like a violent way. Oftentimes on a green week, if you see like blood and destruction early week, you can sometimes you'll come back on like a Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we're like up 2, 3, 4, 5%. It's like insane. Now I can't say it's going to happen here, but these are the day of Wednesday is usually an extremely pivotal day. And you can already see the manufacturing to get down here. You can see the manufacturing to get down here. And this could be like a time thing. Like we need to do this in this time period, right? We don't have any chance, right? We got the SpaceX IPO coming out. Or there could be, of course, the hope that like in June of 96 that everyone will be focused, of course, on SpaceX and they can dump the market even further. But in 96, they had the Khobar Tower bombings. Like literally, it dumped that morning and then it like went up and rejected the daily trigger and then it was on to the downside. Now, there are some problems here, too, for the bulls. There are some problems. My point here on Wednesday being that don't discount these fucking buyers. Remember, we're in a bull market. Remember that how many fucking times in a week and a month and a year you're told this is going to happen and that's going to happen bearish, and it doesn't. They like literally fucking tie you in. You're loading the fucking shit with puts. And we're at the bottom of a gamma wall, and before you know it, it's like fucking Moon City. So, and my other issue here too that I have with this is I don't like I do not like the door being closed. I don't like. I really like the if I'm a bear, I really like the idea of like burying this fucking thing underneath this green. You see it, right? And literally shutting the fucking door. But when you're shutting that door, right, for that second like bloodbath or whatever, or even down here for a new low, see it right here, like boom, right? To get that new low, I really like the idea of a trip up here to be told no, to that 50 zone right there, to go underneath, not just go down here, to go underneath. And do you understand the mechanics of this? Like, so what can end up happening is, if they don't close the door up here, there's no door closure. That could imply that any of this is just stretching to rip faces off, like literally new high. Seriously. So I would have preferred this to close up here. Because if this closed, my expectation would be what? And we ain't just going down here. We're going to break through there. We're going to break through this and then make a decision as to what we're going to do into the end of May, you know, doom and gloom and all that kind of shit. So there's some things that are going on mechanically in the market right now at this moment. Like yesterday, you're like, why? Or I was like, I'm confounded here because I want to see certain things happen as we make our way lower to open bigger doors to downside. And I'm not seeing them at the moment. So, the market is trying to hide what it's doing really extremely well right now. And there's not a lot of people in market right now either. So there's a lot of manipulation going on. There's a lot of like, hey, no, everyone's on vacation. I can come in here and do this and it might work. Where it may not work when everyone's in market, like it did yesterday at 10 a.m. when we were back testing the expected high. It like the floor was gone. We pull the fucking rug. And so we got to we're missing some key things in my view here. And if that's the case, then these are all being accumulated. Any of this would be being accumulated for a monster rip. And I don't know if that door gets shut up there or not, but I don't like the idea that we have not closed the door up here is the greater point. And there's a lot going on right now. Like I'm running it all through my head. I run through every day, every week, every month. And there's things that are not matching, little tiny things that really, truly matter. So be extremely careful right now. If you're a bear, be extremely careful. And what you'd prefer if you're a bear or a seller is for that fucking door to be closed, which it isn't, which pisses me off. Like I'm thinking about this from the bear side and not from the buy side, from the sell side. I'm fucking pissy about that not happening. And I can't get past it in my head because it's so unusual that it happens like that. At any rate, that would mean that we're just all we're doing is trying to get dips here for this big move higher, and this is all just bullshit drama that doesn't mean anything. So we'll keep monitoring this today, of course, for the close. If you're a seller, you really want to if you're looking for these downs over here and you're not looking to blast through them, I think just keeping buyers under here, you're fine. But I don't like the idea of it because instead of it being we're in sell mode, it's just still more accumulation. We're not sell the rip, we're still in buy the dip, believe it or not, generally speaking. I think we need to know that. I think if you look back on June of 96, we did have a 20% drawdown. 15% of that though was that bombing. So I don't know if I don't have enough information to say, yeah, we're gonna print that 20% playbook, or was the playbook in 96 actually just a normal correction or pullback that's like 3 to 5%. And we have a lot of stretch in the market here too, with no checkbacks. We have no, zero. Look at that. I mean, it's insane, right? That's a monster fucking move, isn't it? That's fucking huge. But these things are racing higher anyways. You can see it right now too, right? To see the weekly triggers racing higher right now. This stuff becomes supportive, and this also lends to the idea that if you can't manufacture the down quick enough, you ever hear me say that? Like you only have so much time, you got to get it done quick. Or not quick. You have this much time, and now you don't have much time, and now you have to get it done as quickly as possible because these things are racing up to stop you from getting the lows that you need. You know what I mean? So, anyways, if you don't know what I mean, I do, and I know a lot of people here do understand what I mean. So, as long as they understand that, just be careful. There's now a bear trap forming. It's not quite there yet, but it is forming. And I still fucking hate that they didn't close this goddamn door. And no, closing this door is not good enough. It's this one up here. In my view, this one needs to be closed right around 50. You just need to back test it in here. Like you need to be told, fuck you, no, that's the top. This isn't flying. This is all bullshit and scam in here. So you kind of need to make the bull or the buyer kind of know you're not going back up there. Fuck you. And this is not good enough. In my view, it's not. So be extremely careful in here. I could show it to you another way too. If you want in a higher frame, I could show you that the highest low on this pullback should be about 720, and this fucking thing is right there. And that's not what the bears want. The bears want smash through this stuff by end of week, get underneath it. I mean, really, that's what you want. New low down here. This is still kind of working itself out before you find out if you can go down here. And I really don't like the idea that you didn't close this up here. So it's kind of a messy downside move, for lack of a better way. The one good news in here is that is the trading has been outstanding. I was talking to some guys last night, and the one thing we took away was the trading has been outstanding. And we were discussing it late last night, and I was like, hey, yesterday afternoon I was looking at puts and calls on the chain that were not a 0 date, like 1, 2, 3 dates, and both sides were extremely fat, like both were. And I'm like, I can only do 0 dates here. And usually if we're in like risk off and real fear, like lots of fear, you won't see any vig in the call side. And that's not what happened the past few days. Every time we've ripped, I've slammed the 0-day call button and they've fucking mooned. Like they're printing like 10 cents to 80 cents, fucking $1 to $3, that kind of shit. That shouldn't be happening right now either. That could also be a part of being summer. Everyone's just long. They don't care about this show or whatever that's going on in the stock market. They're just long. They wait to get paid at the end of summer and stuff like that. So we're not truly in that. My point here is that we're not truly in that risk off with calls. There's still vig. There's still buyers. And they're still printing calls, even though. And the reason I was saying that was because I was trying to pick up some puts, and I wasn't getting paid. Like I was getting paid, but not like I should be. Like I want those puts to be like fucking dirt cheap, days out, and get a print on them. And I'm only getting prints on puts on 0 dates, like fat ones, like fat prints on 0 dates on puts and on calls. But like weeklies, fuck that noise. That shit's hella dangerous right now. They'll like scrape you up, and all that kind of shit, and then maybe you're printing 30% or something like that. So I'm not seeing that either. Like the fear, I'm not seeing it in the chains in any way, shape, or form. So there's a lot of information that's going on here, and it's not easy to decipher. Is my point. It's kind of a head. It's not a head scratcher. It's not all jiving just yet for me, at least. And I think we have to be fearful of that today. I don't think on Thursday and Friday it matters as much. If we can close the door here, I'd be happy with a low into Friday down here for a red week, but I'd be very concerned that next week will be green as fuck. That you need again, we need more progress to the downside. And there's nothing really material to send us down there. There's nothing. I think this is a playbook from the 90s. But anyways, we'll look at this more today. I'll chart this out for you really quick. I want to review this again because it's summertime. We have time to review these things, and I think they're important for to understand. Even if it's just the weekly stuff, we don't have to talk about the monthly stuff or the quarterly stuff because there's even higher checkbacks. There's like quarterly checkbacks. There's half-year checkbacks, and there's big old year checkbacks when we actually go into a bear market. But just like week in, week out, if you can understand that concept that I described to you about what the week should look like and how the week usually pans out, yeah, I think you need to understand that stuff. So there's no whatas, couldas, shouldas, possiblies, maybes, that kind of stuff. If you can like just understand those basic concepts, you'll have a much better time in the market, easier time in the market. So anyways, let's go back and look at this. And get rid of all this crap over here, all these like drawings, trying to make things simplified. And there's still no, and look at this here, like we didn't get the high at 50, we didn't get the low just now. Like all of this is obfuscation in my view. Could be for more down, but it's still, I don't like the obfuscation where we are in price. I'd prefer it if it was slightly higher. Like I'd prefer it so that if there was just like, hey, fuck you, we're going down, eat a bag of dicks. And they're skirting it early. They're skirting this kind of early. And, they fucked you on this. This was dealer support more than likely this morning. So there's a lot going on here for no prints. Okay, so now let's look at this at a different viewpoint. Let's start on a month. Let's take a peek here. And this is where my concern is. This is an easy way to look at it. So this is the check back. We're finally doing a check back here on the prior month of May, right? Yeah, I got that right. May. And you really want to be looking at this right here. And we'll measure this. So let's just measure it and see if we've actually done what we need to do. So we got this right here. Your monthly candle. And we can just measure this. So that's 5.71%. You can open a calculator if you want at home. Nice and easy, right? And I don't know how good your math is. Basic math. 5.71 times 0.80. It's that simple. And the number that you're left with is 4.568. You just remember that inside your head, 4.568, right? And you're going to raise this up right here. It's roughly right there. Do you see this? 5, 6, 7, 8. And what I want to show you here is that we've taken 80% of the candle. Do you see that? Do you see how it's just the tip? Maybe we're close enough, right? So, hold on. Do you see how this candle's been taken? On that low right there. And that means that that door was opened yesterday. To what? Do you know? This whole month right here. All of this down here. Do I think we go all the way down here? I don't. But let's look at it and see what it measures. And that's only 14%. That's it. That's only 14%. That's not even 20. So the bears yesterday at 10 a.m. opened a door to trade this entire area right here. Do you understand? So let's look at this for a minute. So this is gone, right? This door was opened. And what does that mean? It means that we do not need to come down here, do we? We just need to close the upside door above, right? So we're going to look at that next. Get rid of this. We're going to sweep this down here, or we're going to leave this one right here. This one makes this one green. We're going to make this the month. And I'm going to write down here, the door is open. Real simple, right? I normally wouldn't do this. I would just know it in my mind, but for you, trade this. It doesn't mean we have to trade it. Doesn't mean we have to go down there. Doesn't mean that we have to trade the entire thing, anything like that, but the door is open. The next thing we're going to look at here is this one right here. This is another monthly. Door is open for this as well. But we already know it's down here, so we're not going to write it twice. This one right here. And we're going to get rid of this. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this anymore. We're going to go to a weekly basis next. And this kind of gives us everything we need to know, doesn't it? So we know the door is open to the downside. We know that the job was done by the seller to open the door to all of this. Now, what does the seller need to do? You know what he needs to do, right? He needs to confirm that the way is lower, right? So you have there's a few things here. You have inflection points, inflection point, inflection point, inflection point, inflection point, inflection point, inflection point. When you're trading up, you want to see the look higher, right? And you'd sweep this and hit this next one, right? You'd like to see the look higher, right? Back test this one, kind of like this, right? If you can't do that, you go up here, you take out the first one. You go up here, we've failed the second one. So you'll test this prior low here, right? More than likely, you'll test at least the entire run. And if you break down and look below here, you'd be looking to close this to go down, right? Up here. Not here, up here. Right? Same thing down here, right? If you're going the other way. Make sense? Like a whole bunch of inflection points, but we never account for the other side of it, right? So you open a door, And then you still need to usually go back. I shit you not. You have to go back and like close the fucking door above. Like you open the door below, then you're closing the door above, trying to keep it simple, like crayons. And then you start heading down to those new lows. And there's another problem here. Even though this door is open, you still need to shut the fucking front door, don't you? Because where's the first place to buy? In this door open, the first place to buy is where? Right where we are, right? Bam, there's your weekly. Leave that one right there. All right. And then you need to switch to the daily. And this might help here. I hope that this helps. But what you want to be doing is you can see already that the buyers are here. And you need to shut this door. And I don't personally like this as, I personally don't like that as the door closure. Now it's saying right now that that's okay. It's going to work. You can see right here, this is implying that we can go up. Like corrections over. If we go above this at this point, they're going to say that that's okay. I don't agree with that, but if you're a bear, what do you want to see? If you're going to shut the door here, right? You had your unlock. And by the time we get into Friday, there's Friday, right? Where do you want to be in Friday? I personally would be liking to be down here, wouldn't you? Well, I'd love to be down in here, right? Somewhere down in here, right? Give you the new high up here, close that door on Wednesday, come into the Monday over here, and then start selling. Does that make sense? So you're like, fuck the buyers, fuck all these buyers this week, take all their stops. You give them the chance to have the exhaustion candle up here on Monday, and then we're party time to the downside, right? And we're now trading all that stuff down there. The problem is that we have to close it. And I'm not seeing where it needs to be at the moment. So, or not where it needs to be. I'm not seeing the downside from the event this morning. And we're kind of stalling out here. We have not taken their stops yet. We've taken these guys' stops, but not these guys' stops. And this is so close that there is demand in here to buy. And this gap just got closed too. So we need more work done if you are on sell side, in my view. So we're going to go from daily here. We're going to switch this up here. Close this one right here. Make this one red. Hold on here. We'll make this one yellow. These are both the same time frames. This doesn't matter anymore. Don't need that. Don't need that. Just for visual. And this one's yellow. There. Go to a 4 hour. See if this helps help you with the visualization. You got a low, higher low today, even with this green wick here. One quick second. Yeah, if you're selling for Friday, you want to see, new low down here, new low down there, that kind of stuff in here for Friday close, death and destruction, and then like a stalling failure of buyers on that Monday, either here or somewhere up in here to like close them out. Even if you get the spike up on Monday, then more down to come. But to be honest, see this weekly trigger right here? I don't want any stick saving going on in here. Like this is already stick saving. This is racing up to stop that from happening. If you're a seller, you need to get this done fast as fuck, as fast as you possibly can. One quick second here. On 1 hour. Just check this really quick. Don't need this anymore either. This one becomes red 2 and a 4. This is good for bears. Yellow. Four, 3. Nope. Just 4. Leave those up there. This is actually pretty good. I like this 4 hour here. This will turn into a day if we can keep it underneath this today. It's like critical on the day to stay underneath 739 and 741. It's critical that we stay underneath if we're going to continue to sell. But we're not showing any more lows or anything like that. Remember, this is Tuesday, not Wednesday. This is a new day right here. Just keep an eye on. Just show it to you here. You see, this is Tuesday. They tried to smash it down, right? This is Wednesday. They're trying to smash it down unsuccessfully on a CPI print. So we got to keep this under here. If we can't, and we get into Thursday, Friday, if we can't get where we need to go, what happens? Anybody know? Can't get this down by Thursday or by the end of close today. What happens? Anyone know? Becomes a big fuck fest to the upside, right? Like Thursday, Friday, weekend upside party shit. That's what happens. Like, like, and this works on the inverse too. Like if you're in sell side, like if the bulls can't pull it out of their ass on Wednesday, what do we do on Thursday, Friday? We did it on 2 weeks ago, right? We fucking slam it in their ass, right? You burying it into a close. So you want to watch this very closely today, right? Like what this price action is showing. And I'll tell you what we need to, I'm going to draw this as it needs to happen. And if it fails, we'll know what to do on Thursday and Friday. So we can do it just like this here. Come into an hour. And let's take a peek really quick at 2 other things. The hidden hands of the market. We're going to look at a 30-minute basis. And this is where my concern is. This is where I'm really fucking concerned here. You see this shit right here? You see this like accumulation back in June 5th. See the accumulation right here, higher lows on that velocity. This here is freaking me the fuck out because it's telling you that all of this is being absorbed. All of this is being absorbed. And if this velocity starts turning higher, it'll suck price up with it. That hourly trigger will literally grab price and start pulling it up with it if it starts going higher if we're not making new lows. And also another bad thing for bears, time-wise at least, is this daily velocity is getting near 0. It gets very close to like a turnaround. So what you could see end up happening is something like this. Watch this up here, okay? So you can see something like this dip. This continue to rise. And it becomes a matter of not getting the new lows, and then they're ripping your fucking faces off into Thursday, Friday, the upside. So just be careful here. The market is being very like protective of where it's going. And it's trying to get things done for bears and sell side as well. Oh, hold on here. I'm gonna turn it down. Let's do that really quick. There we go. And then we're gonna go to this back to this 1 hour. I'm gonna draw in where it should go. Okay, into Thursday, Friday. So there's here's Wednesday close. Right there. This is hold on here. Friday close right here. Rid of that. That's 10 a.m., right? Right in there. This is what should be 1600 right here on Wednesday close. Then you would come in on Thursday until like 10 a.m. somewhere in here, maybe 12. We could call it 12 in here. Right in there. And we need to be under it in my view. Smash into this. This is 700, so you'd smash into this on Thursday. I'll just do 1600 down here. In my view, I think we need to be at least in here. I mean, I'd like to see a break of 700, but this is what should happen. Or this is what the attempt is to make happen. Something like this. But if they can't get underneath this, it ain't going to fly by the end of today. So we're going to snap a line right. Well, you get the line already right here. And we're going to watch these two lows right here. We're just going to watch this right here. And if any of this shit in here holds, this will not happen, and they're going to rip it into your face by the end of today. So like if we dick around in here, right, fucking around in here, this kind of nonsense in here into a close, into a Thursday close or something, you got to be afraid of like Rampo-Ramaville, and then Rampo-Ramaville into Friday, and then Rampo-Ramaville into Monday. 3 days of Rampo-Rama. So we don't want to get caught in this. What we want to see today is if we can plunge this down and then just back test all this stuff for a fat print into Friday, Monday. This could take into like Monday open as well. So you could see like the low on Monday, like morning, but then you'd get the high on Monday afternoon, Tuesday, Wednesday. That same thing that I did, the process that I described to you on this side here. So let's watch this closely. We'll leave this on a 1 minute here. Just watch this here. Kind of see where all these buyers are in here, right? You got a lot of work to get through here. You need something to make this happen. Can't be fucking around with all these buyers here. And this is where the danger is, that like they're sweeping in, they're sweeping in, they're sweeping in, they're sweeping in, they're sweeping in. And we're thinking that it's going to go down. And in fact, they're just accumulating. So we'll watch this closely here today. Let's watch this here. I'm assuming that's 10 a.m. Yep. So 10. It's usually 10:30, somewhere in there. They started at like 10. And they work on it at 10:30. They're coming down. This is good. We also want to watch the 12, right? For more sellers. If we can get more sellers in here. There we go. Good there. And remember, this is that weekly in here. Do you see it? I don't know if you can see this, but back over here. This is where the fuck around goes right here. Well, you can't trust this shit right there. Back over there for a minute. Right on the tick almost. I mean, it's near perfect tick right there. See how they're just in there buying that stupid shit? We're looking to see if the sellers can actually beat the fuck out of these buyers in here. If we can get on this, we can take the trade somewhere in there, but we got to wait and see. We do not want stupid shit like this happening. Break up here, break down there. All of a sudden, the bulls are back in charge again, and they're partying to the upside on a Wednesday into the close. It's a very pivotal moment right now, right? An extremely pivotal moment in the week. Let's watch this closely here for the end of the day. Does this make sense to any of you out there? I don't know if it does or doesn't, but I know that there are people out there that understand these things, but I don't know how many people. It's not many. It does make sense? Okay, cool. As long as like all of these parts are kind of like, as long as you're getting like a gist of it all, it's not an easy thing because like there are computers that do this. It's not humans, it's computers. Not an easy thing to like, you and I are retailers, so we're kind of like trying to piece it all together and get as much information as possible to make an informed decision. as a retailer. You don't have billions. I don't have billions, none of that stuff. So give me a second here. If we can reject this up here into 1230, we can take some puts. But if not, we cannot take puts. So what we're going to do is we're going to look right over here. See this over here? All this. You want to see this fail. No, sorry, excuse me. They're going to take a shot at it here. And you just want to see this like failure up here if possible. Right there. And this will be something like that. And they're going to take a swipe here and a swipe here. We got to watch to see if they're successful or not. And if they're not successful, we have to be able to flip to the buy side, okay? And if they are successful, we'll flip. And I'll get puts with you on the show and show you how this happens and stuff. Like, I got no problem doing this with you. Just wait for a failure of the highs at 12 and 12:30, okay? Because if you can't, the buyers are here. Promise you, they're right here. That seems like, I think I'm getting back into the swing of things. Like, I was on traveling. You got to remember, I was gone like 5 fucking days. I'm like on my phone trading. I got all kinds of fucked up stories for you guys. Like, when I was traveling, I brought a laptop, and I tried to stream while I was traveling. That didn't work. Like, the thing didn't fucking work. And then I tried to stream like from a couple different places, and then I tried to stream from my phone. That didn't work. And then I was trying to trade from my phone on just one screen. So I'm like candlestick counting on one screen. And then I was trying to flip to my fucking broker. I couldn't do that. So I was like asking other people, like, can I borrow your phone just to put a fucking, just a screen up thing, count candles on. And I count candles still, but I stream so much that I don't count them as much as I used to. So it was kind of fucking wonky. I'm like, oh God, I'm totally fucking winging this right now. So I struggled to trade this past 4 or 5 days. I'm out of the groove, of course. You know, it's 5 full days or something, maybe 6 as of yesterday, where I'm not around and I'm not like on the fucking the screens all day long. So I'm getting back into it right now. Do not be short here. If you're a fucking bear, you were waiting. Do not fucking short this here. I'm telling you, if you're a fucking bear out there, do not short this yet. Okay, please, I'm begging you. I'm begging the fuck out of you, don't do it yet. Not yet. You need to be precise and like a fucking scalpel going in. If you're a bear out there, please believe me. How many times have you been told this shit's going to happen and it doesn't? It's literally like every fucking 20, 30, 40 fucking times it doesn't fucking happen. So don't blow up your accounts for that shit. Please don't. You can set up the cell on your station, your battle station, but don't fucking hit the button yet, okay? Please, I'm begging you. These weeks, like, Wednesdays are like, it's not always Wednesday. It could be Thursday. I've actually seen it happen on a Thursday. I thought that could happen this week. I was talking about it last night. I was like, man, these fucks could ram it again to like Thursday at 2 p.m. and then fucking, but not go high enough, close the door, and then rocket to the downside. There's a ton of manipulation going on right now. Like a fucking ton. So I'm begging you. How often in a month or in a year do I tell you these things? Rare, right? I'm like, yeah, just this one moment. Time out for a minute. So just time out for a minute because there's a lot of bullshit going on. But at any rate, Wednesdays in general, though, are the pivotal day. Like, think about the market as like whether you're bullish or bearish. Think about like the early buyer or the early seller on a Thursday, Friday. I want you to think about those Monday highs, even if they're a little bit late or a little bit early. If you can see like a Sunday futures go moon, you sell that fucking Monday open on the fucking. If you see like a Sunday futures go moon, you fucking sell that sell button. If they don't do it, it's flat on Monday open. They're gonna moon that fucker straight up. Usually on a Monday, right at the open, you can sell that high. But I think like just that, like when you're looking for the print, whether it's bullish or bearish, like Wednesday is the pivotal moment. Usually, roughly, it's like Wednesday is that key clutch moment. And you can see too, like the CPI print this morning, it should have been that moment, right? Didn't happen. Dealers didn't let it happen either, right? And buyers are there, so just be patient here. if you're on the sell side. Please, I'm begging you. Let the market flows take you where you need to go and jump on their train. As long as you're on their train, 70% of the time, it's higher than that. I want to say it's 85. I have the math here on a file, but like 85% of the time, if you just follow the where the market is going, you're gonna make way more money than the people that are fake contra. I don't know how to describe that, but you want to be real contra with the market. And right now, the contra trade at this moment is to buy the dip here. So just be careful, okay? We want to see the failure of the dip, and then we can start chasing this thing to the downside. Let's see if they can do it. And as a matter of fact, they've already hit this one right here. You can see it. You want to hold this. They did this one early. See it right here. And that's not a good look for bears. Not a good look. And we'll do the, oh, wait a minute. We'll put this one here. That's not a good look. And this one right here. They're gonna try to take this one out into 1230. So right now we want to watch these flows in particular, right? We're now in 12 p.m. like to the penny, to the minute, right? So watch this red candle. They're going to try to sell this right now, and they'll make another attempt by 12:30. And if they're unsuccessful, you know what we're going to do, right? If they're unsuccessful in these sell attempts, you know what the market's going to do. Bear can tell you, and it's never pretty. It's always ugly. It's always a fucking mess. Let's watch this closely. Good morning. How y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing well right now. Hope you're all having a great summer. My kids are getting out of school. Everyone's getting situated. We've got a lot of burning fires everywhere. You know, we got to go to an award ceremony. We got to go to this award. My youngest is turning into, I don't know, like, I was afraid she would, I was afraid she was going to have a tough go of it. And we worked hard on her, and she's doing fucking outstanding. I have more awards things with the youngest than I do with the oldest. Part of that, though, is probably because when we first moved here, we struggled with education. We had to really like for us to be a Detroit resident, it was a massive challenge to ensure that they didn't get caught up in bad things, to make sure that they didn't, hang out in a barbershop and get a haircut, make sure that all of their time was consumed with constructive things that kids should have, right? And so we're wrapping up our spring and our summer right now and the whole year for the kids. The youngest one is fucking like, I got this award, I got that award, you got to go to this ceremony, that ceremony. My oldest is like bouncing around right now. She's trying to get in and out of the country and stuff. And then the youngest one's trying to figure out her stuff. So even like today, this morning and yesterday, I've got everyone's trying to find their place for the summer months, I guess. And they're all becoming older. So they have their own, the youngest has a lot more agency, and the oldest one has an extreme amount of agency right now. So we're all trying to fit inside of each other's schedules and what we're all doing and all that kind of stuff. Keep everybody busy. And everybody's going on vacations, in and out of vacations. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully you're taking some time off. If you have children, if you don't have children, you can ride the coattails of those people. Hopefully you're taking some time for yourselves and enjoying the sun, scrolling the grass, right? Instead of scrolling the screens. When I got out this week, when I got out to New York City this week, man, that week off was, I ate very well. I didn't eat crap. Touch grass, sun on my face, like all that kind of stuff. It works magic if you're a trader and you get any kind of chance to just step away, whether it's business or pleasure. Try to get that time this summer. Begging you, get that time for yourself this summer. Okay? And what else is going on? I think that's it. Another good morning. Today's Wednesday. Nice big pivot day. Find out if we're going to sell or not. And we'll know more this is a very pivotal moment for the week, in my view. And we'll see how this week closes. I hate not being here. I'm gonna tell you guys, like I hated not being here this week because I was like watching price action every day, and I'm like, oh god, I wish I could fucking tell these guys like where we are and what's happening when the failure happens. And then I'm like, I was talking to Doug on it last night, late night, and I'm like, when I was gone, all I kept wondering to myself was, were they following their fucking rules on backtest as we went down? Like, were they talking to each other and saying, don't buy that fucking dip, it's not ready, and, oh my god, it's starting to sell, start selling it. And I wasn't sure if that helped some of you or didn't. I think on Friday we were at like 36 or something, and I got called into a Telegram group, and I was like, we're gonna fucking burn this fucker into the bell. It's like, it's gonna burn. In like 10 minutes later, we went down like fucking, and they're like, how long is it gonna sell? I'm like, right to 414. I was like, right at 414. You slam the call button for like the June 12th and July 17th, and then I'm like, on Monday open, I was like, close those June fucking close the June 12th calls right now. You can leave the Julys on, but don't fuck with that, or close those fucking things. So we closed them on Monday at like 11 or something in the morning, 10 or 11 or some shit like that. It's like a bunch of bank into the close, bunch of bank on Monday open. But if you follow your rules, you should know all this stuff. Like if you follow your rules, because I was using rules with no tools, nothing, just candlesticks. It was just literal candlesticks and rules, and they worked perfectly, like literally to a T. Like all last week, while I was traveling, and then when I got back, they were all working. I was just really afraid that like the rules are clutch. Like, anyways, we'll watch this here closely. Unsuccessful at 12. We'll see if they can take this thing out at 12:30. Like that, I was so fucked up. I was like, I can't fucking believe it. Like, I love having, like, so for years, right? I loved having my handheld. Like for years, I loved it. Like it was the thing that was missing for me. Like having a partner to trade with all day long was one of the hardest things. Like I had learned everything I needed to learn, but then I just needed that. Like I needed that other fucker sitting next to me saying, like reading this, or like reading being like saying the same thing. Do you see this? Yeah. Did you? I missed that. Did you miss? I missed that. Then like the two of you are just there, like trading together. I think that's like kind of meshes everything that you've done on your own, all the hard work that you do, watching videos and reading books and listening to podcasts, all that kind of stuff. And like I watched all the Option Industry Council shit. I read all the fucking Zig Ziglar books. I did all the this and that, and then to put it all together into actionable risk in the market is a whole fucking other thing. I mean, anybody can call whatever the fuck they want to call. They can make a plan, but the actual execution for you to go in and make the money is not an easy thing to do. It takes time and market, years and years and years of like, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. Price action, all of it. Like it just takes time. So see this one roll here. See if they can get one more up here. 12:30. See if they try to bomb this thing down. Keep this right here. Anyways, I miss you guys. more than you know. And we should talk about the new show a little bit. So for years I've been looking for years I've been looking for like developers, traders. Well, I'll list it all off. Developers, traders, that know how to make money. Those aren't easy to come by. I think I know, like personally, 30 or 40. That's not as many as you think it is. Like for the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of motherfuckers I know, like that's who I trust. And a lot of those guys that I trust are either professional quants or they're professional floor traders, like literally CME guys. A few retailers, not many. So like meeting those people and cultivating those friendships over years is not an easy thing. It's kind of like marriage. You have to make history with people. Those things are important. And then you have to trust that they know how to trade. So that means you got to spend time with them, right? They have to spend time with you, so you trust each other, that kind of stuff. And then developers are not easy to come by. You can buy them from like BlackRock and shit. I've actually paid people from major funds and major traders to develop stuff for us. But like finding like a developer or developers that are in your group, that takes years and years. Like I'm telling you, it's not necessarily like a developer's fault or anything. They all kind of like learn as they go if they're doing something new, but you find someone that's really that good, that talented, that's not an easy thing. That took me years. It took me 3 years, I think, maybe even longer. So now we have the developers. They can do anything. You can ask them to do literally anything. Build me this, build me that, and it's done. That took forever. And then another thing that took forever was I want to say it's like developers, traders, and then community. I think like those like the 3 keys. And like while I've been doing this, it's been brutal. I'll be honest with you guys. Like I don't like to accept like less than perfection. And if it's not perfect, you still work on it. You don't launch it. You don't do it. That's my take on it. It's not that sucks because you get delays. You get we were going to do this at this time period, and it doesn't happen, or people make promises to you, it doesn't happen, or they fail, and you would be surprised how often that is. Majority of people, like majority of like, and I think I've done this myself. Like it's you like want the easy street, right? Or take a shot at something you've never done before or whatever. But like to get people that are really good at what they do, it's a very rare thing. Anyways, that took a lot of fucking years, and along the way, I had a lot of different opportunities to do things that I not failed, like didn't want to do it. Like an easy example is the Discord thing. I had Discord with tens of thousands of members. I burned it to the ground. I could have sold it too, and I didn't do that. I didn't want the money from that. I want this thing to be right, And sorry, I'm killing time as we. I'm telling a story because I'm trying to kill time here. If you don't know that, when I tell stories, because I'm killing time waiting for an actionable trade. So I like the World Cup quiz. I got angry last night. I was like, I got mad last night about World Cup because I'm like, keep your fucking politics out of that shit. FIFA sucks already. And I mean everybody. Like, keep your goddamn politics out of my fucking soccer, man. Like, all of it. I don't care who you are. It's already corrupt as fuck, like, dragging your politics in the fucking world's most beautiful fucking game. Like, I goddamn love soccer. It's the most beautiful thing in the entire world. Anyways, it's the tangent. I'm being yelled at over there. Sorry. So going through all that stuff, where like there's some other things here too. Like I've been offered a bunch of sponsorships over the years, like from everybody. I've had the shitty ones to the good ones. I've had the ones where I get paid stupid money. I get offers for cryptocurrency, for gambling. You guys to gamble. I get fucking offers, dudes. Like I get offers for like doing like side gambling. So we're like a boring time in the market, we all gamble together. I literally make money off of you doing that, right? Disgusting money. Disgusting. I would make money off it if you were playing it somewhere else thereafter. I've had NFT companies come to me. I've had legitimate offers from like companies like Traditix or like Unusual Whales or whatever. Companies like that. I'm not going to say it was those guys, but companies like that were legitimate. And I always said no. One, because I don't want to sell out, and two, the terms weren't right, or I'd be fucking you some way. So I've never been willing to like monetize. And all of the back end of this forces you into monetizing. That's right up to like Twitter and like YouTube and Twitch, and like these companies want you to do these things so they make money off of this too. And you kind of get forced into it. And so I've been holding out and holding out and holding out and holding out and looking for the right motherfuckers, and because I want them to believe in what I'm doing, and I want to believe in what they're doing, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm not selling myself short, not selling you guys short, any of that kind of stuff. And you can't fake that shit, guys. Like, there's no faking who you are. You, and you that know me in real life know that, like, there's a bunch of you out there that know me in real life. Like, you know I'm not fake. You know I don't like jet set. I don't. Matter of fact, I was just looking at boats, and I'm looking at like boats that are like cheap. You know, I'm not that guy. I don't live that lifestyle. I've never attempted to, and it's never been important to me. Most important thing to me in my life, and I know it's different for everybody. It could be money, it could be fame, it could be power, it could be whatever it is. And I think those are all valid things. But the thing that was always important to me was always my wife and my children. They're my best friends. Like my kids, I can't tell you how much love and work I put in. Like I had children because I wanted to have them, and I was given the chance to raise them. I didn't like lose her, my wife, and she's like, "Oh, I trust you. You're not a wolf, or maybe you are a wolf, but you're not gonna fucking eat me and my kids." And she gave me 2 kids, and it's been nothing but a goddamn joy. And that's where I put all my money and my time, my effort, my money, my power, and my private life. Like my Ferraris are my kids. Those are my fucking Ferraris. My kids are baller. They are. They're literally baller as fuck. Like I teach them everything. Yesterday and after this show, I spent an hour speaking to my youngest about reading books and where she was in her time reading books and the enjoyment of them, and to never like fall out of love with it, and why do you need to read books and the language and how interplay of it with math, and um, keeping your day fresh, and thinking and new concepts, or maybe something you encounter that you read in a book, all these different things, right? And so that also carries over into what we're doing here, which is it has to be right. And so I'm still meeting with these companies, and when I went on this trip, I had 2 people, or two different groups, but 2 different people that I had to talk to, and one of them was someone that I trust, and I don't know that the deal's not done, but the discussion was, let's do this, and if that thing is right, and if that deal is done, if there's a piece of paper passed at any point, they're going to be able to help us to do the show that most of you want. And I know that you want the day show, like this, but I'm able to then pay people to help with this. Like I'm able to pay those best traders that I met to sit in here to trade with you. I can trust them, that they're going to guide you as best as they possibly can, and that their focus is on you. And then I can pay the developer more money, right? And say, hey, do you need this guy and that guy and whatever, and pay for development for things we want to continue to build out. And then it also funds for me to run the show back here at nighttime, which is, I think, which most of the market wants. Like the boring old man spy and shit, it's not what everybody wants. This is built, or I built this to lure in losing traders and say, stop fucking with the insanity. Just learn this, and then you can apply it to your shitco, or you can apply it to this or that, anywhere else you want in the market. But we're at a stage now where I think it's important to have that full coverage. I want to be able to, at nighttime, do a show for you and like run through the entire market so you can see what I think and look at every day. Because I look at all of this shit twice a day. Like I'm looking at currencies, I'm looking at rates, I'm looking at gold and crypto and SPOOs and all the indexes. And then I'm checking all these stocks, like all your TMTs. I'm checking fucking foreign markets. I'm checking spec growth, you name it, right? And the rotation in and out of sectors. And I would like to do that show at nighttime so that if it's like tight and quick and we're like in and through it, and I can have producers here, like an editor, I can have somebody do the research for me that I do, right? Say, hey, done this research for me and have it ready for me to go at 6 or 7 at night. And so when I get on a stage back there, I'm ready to rock for you guys. I'm ready to go like bam, 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 bam. And this is how the whole thing jives together, right? And we can follow your favorite fucking stocks. Like frustrates me. I remember I went into like 2021, the end of the year, and it was like July or August or something. It could have been earlier. I think it was like January of 21. I was like, start getting out of your spec growth and start getting into like high quality shit. And then in like September, I was like, get out of those fucking high qualities and stay in just the indexes. And I was like, if you really want to, you can stay in any of the companies that were issuing debt, like the Apples out there. I'm like, but even those guys are sketchy because we're heading into a tightening cycle. We rode out of that fucking thing. I think it was like September they had started dumping a bunch of those prime stocks, but the index stayed up. The index wound up putting in this big fucking high in January. We rode that fucking thing up right to the goddamn last minute, and we literally sold that January 5th. We were out, completely out of the fucking market. And I remember watching CNBC. At that time, I don't watch CNBC anymore. I stopped watching it. I don't watch it anymore. I went through like a whole big thing where I would watch CNBC, then I wouldn't. So I did a test, and I was like, I'm going to watch CNBC, then I'm going to trade. And I'm not going to watch CNBC, and I'm going to trade. And I was a better trader, not fucking consuming it. Every once in a while, I'll read an article from CNBC, but I don't fucking watch it. And one of the reasons I did all of that to get to that point was because CNBC was running the story like, hey, there's still a big rotation coming up in January for the new year. And it was all spec growth shit for like AI. It was actually at the time was AI stuff. But you know what they did? Went into a tightening cycle, and everyone got fucking shanked ruthlessly on those spec growths in the beginning of 2021. And I was so angry about it at the time. And you don't have the voice that they have. So I kind of think that kind of applies here to where you want to see where the whole market is, and we can walk you through that stuff. And I'm also afraid of if we ever lose that monthly trigger, that we're able to go risk off together as a group. I don't want you guys to be fucked when that roll comes. Any of you with triggers out there know what I'm talking about, because you'll hear them say like it's a black swan, and it's not. Like you can actually see when you go risk off. Once that price of your duration for the time of a bull run, once you get down to that monthly trigger and you're underneath it, you are risk off. You'll never get caught. You'll never for as long as you're in the market, you'll never ever get caught in a black swan. So I think that those things are important to a large segment of our trading community. And these are the unspoken masses. Like you might hear a lot of voices like me and other people that are day trading all day long in and out, but there are a lot of people in the market that they're basic traders. They come in twice a year, they get some longs on, they don't look at them, they keep any major low in the year, they're adding, and then they walk away. And they don't give a fuck about the soap opera that you and I go through. And that's the majority of the market. Majority of the market just like this else is fascinating. On this topic, I was on a phone call yesterday with my attorneys. I have fucking 10 attorneys that work for me. I have multiple businesses. I have a very complicated life. I do. My life is very complicated. If you were to look at my finances, if you look at my fucking trading, if you look at my properties I own, if you look at the businesses I own, it's very complicated. It's or complex, not complicated. It's complex. So I need people there to make sure that things are going the right way, right? And I'm talking to an attorney yesterday, a friend of mine. Of course, he's my friend, right? And you got to be friends with your friends, man. Like, anyone tell me that's not true? I'm telling you right now, be friends with these people for life. Like, if you meet an attorney, meet them when you're young. Make sure they're young too, and have something in common with them. Like, you want these people, everyone that's in your life, you want to make sure that, like, your dentist, your doctor, your attorneys, all of them, try to meet people in your age group and have something in common that you could get along with them. This is a nice new low rate. This is a high right here. Nice new low right here. I like that right there. That's good. Might get this train started to the downside. So my attorney, I'm talking to him, and this guy has a life. He's not like you and I. This guy's got a fucking huge ass practice. He's got a bunch of fucking attorneys. He's got a bunch of cool ass partners. And he's a busy motherfucker. And he's in the market. And we discussed SpaceX yesterday. And he's like, well, what do you have insider info? You know? And I'm like, we shouldn't look at it like that. And I kind of rehashed the conversation with him that I had with you yesterday. A little bit better because I'd said it twice, but we were having that same conversation yesterday, and he's a part of that investor class that is the majority. Like, they just want to come in and they want to place a trade and they want to come back in months or years and know that it's going to be okay. And so we were talking about SpaceX yesterday, and he's like, what should I do? Should I like wait? Should I do this? Should I do that? Everybody's saying it's going to crash. And I'm like, you know, when Tesla IPO'd, it's the same people. You know, the negativity is the same people. The same people said Tesla's going to crash then or never go anywhere. Then, of course, Tesla made everybody fucking filthy fucking rich. And then those same people came back and said it's a fraud company. So that cast of characters is always there. That same cast of characters is the kind of people that are like, let's say 2021 was a good year. The 2021 October 10th or 11th low marked the low in the market. I came on the show at 4 a.m. and told you buy everything. That's the fucking low for the year right there. Nobody did it. Everybody thought we were crashing. That group on October 10th said, fuck you. Like, I've literally right to my face, fuck you. I'm not longing this, and I'll buy the next low. We never went back there. We were gone and haven't been back since. Nowhere near it. Gone since. So that group is always there, is my point. And the cacophony and the noise and all of that is there. And you're never going to get away from that. So if you can mute those voices, you mute them, literally. And you start thinking to yourself, like, why do I want to invest in SpaceX? What are my goals? And why am I doing it? And am I in it? Like, do I know what I'm getting into? If you like change the mentality to that, you know, if you're not an IPO buyer, if you've never been an IPO buyer, maybe you don't know that you're being handed debt from somebody else that was holding it, right? But you have to, like, what am I getting into? And if you change your thesis to that, like, am I okay with the fact that we're going to create a new like Tesla gang? It's going to be called SpaceX gang, right? There's going to be another SpaceX gang. There's going to be another SpaceX Q. If you're okay with that, if you think about most traders today were not in the market in the mid 90s, most old men were, old women, but not most of you, not I. And the next experience would be Tesla IPO, right? And I had a good time. If you want to know, I loved being a Tesla bull. I fucking loved it. And I fucking loved the accumulation part of it. And I loved the every low you buy. And I loved the splits. And I loved the fucking finally mooning. And it took years to do. But another more recent stock like that is what? Palantir. I mean, how many years did I sit here in this fucking show and fucking tell people that are Palantir fucking nerds, what do you care? Just buy it. Anytime it goes down to $12 to $20, you buy it. That's all you do. It's that fucking simple. Well, when's it going to moon? What do you fucking care? I remember at the time when Palantir was being accumulated, the same arguments were being made then about Palantir as about Tesla right now. Too many shares, too much dilution, never going to be that big of a company. You can just name it. Just like out the fucking same garbage fucking regurgitation. So what did Palantir end up doing? Did it go to zero? Fuck no. All those Palantir nerds fucking were right. It printed like 10 times, 20 times. And no, inflation has not gone 20 times. And no, they made bank. They had to wait for it, but and I think if you change your mentality to that with SpaceX and Anthropic and OpenAI and all these others, I think that you win no matter what. So if you come into the open of any of these IPOs, and let's say you run it up, right? You're buying, you run it up, and then you hit that wall at a 0 or a 5. So now I'm shorting it, making money. And if we go to a new low, I've got cash on the side, I add some more, right? Every week I go to work, put some money to the side, add some more, add some more, add some more. This whole fucking idea of like a catastrophic implosion of Tesla and SpaceX, you're out of your fucking minds. You're literally out of your fucking minds. Like they've cast a fucking net over the world. Have you not noticed this? Like, where the fuck are you living in this country? Who of you are 25 years old or older? If you're 25 and older, are you not fucking aware that there is like a veil, V-E-I-L, a veil, like a translucent black, dark veil, like a dome coming over the world and the United States of surveillance? It's fucking everywhere. It's in flock cameras. It's in satellites above your fucking heads. Like it's literally everywhere. And who are the companies that are doing that stuff? Like, I don't want to trade Palantir. I have a ethical issue with them. I may not want to trade SpaceX, but I'm gonna. But who are the companies that are doing this? SpaceX is one of them. They're one of them, right? And that's the future, whether you like it or not. They're doing it when you're not even looking. I show you the build outs on. Like, I was listening to a guy last week that was saying that we have no electricity inflation. I showed you that chart. Electricity inflation's fucking mooning, and that ain't never coming back. That ain't like gas and oil that goes up and down. Electricity is like this, always up, and it just went vertical. No one knows that, right? Data centers. You're all up in arms. I showed you the chart that said they were already all built. Now you're out there fighting about 1 or 2 data centers, but they already built the majority of them. Like 70% of them are built. Look at like the machinery for, or the industrial build outs for buildings. Fucking vertical, right? Machinery for those industrial buildings, vertical, right? And now they're shifting away from all that, and they're now building out all the robotics, and they're building out the fucking energy. And I heard another guy say, we're short on nuclear, or the nuclear power hasn't started. That started too. That fucking thing went vertical too. So like it's always past the fact that you're being told this stuff. So when you're like thinking about this company like SpaceX, if you know what you're getting into, and you don't want to be left behind, and you have the experience of Palantir, of Tesla, and that community, it's a blast. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, it's a cool ass community. When did you get in, bro? IPO, bro. When did you add all those lows? And if you ever ask the Tesla gang community, I used to be like thick as thieves with those guys. Thick as thieves, like friends, spending all day with those guys. And my thing back then with Tesla bulls was I was like, hey, you want to be a happy Tesla bull. You never want to be the mad or angry or sad or I bought the top Tesla bull. Ever. I've seen those guys lose houses, wives, you name it. If you can find the way to be a happy Tesla bull, you're going to have one of the best experiences of your fucking life. Period. Positive. You can do all the stupid, crazy shit that they do. I'm serious. Like, it can be fun as fuck. So, what's going on here? Fuck these guys doing over here at 12:30. That looks like a fucking, what is that, a stick save over here? What the fuck is that right there? So, my point here is that, like, forget what the fucking news is telling you. Forget your fucking Jeffries is telling you. Forget what the fucking futurism.com is telling you. Forget what any of these other fucks are telling you. And if you can transfer that like Tesla bull, happy Tesla bull into these IPOs, we can run them up. We can run them the fuck up, bro. And we can say, hey, we bought in and we're now part of the community. You know what I mean? And then in the future, from doing that show back there, right back fucking there, if you're a Tesla bull and remember that shit, we can run that fucking Tesla shit right on that fucking show with all these IPOs. This is where you want to buy them. I don't give a fuck about it going up. And you don't need to worry about if I'm trying to sell you calls either, right? Like when you're Tesla bull years later, you don't know who you're talking to anymore. Like, oh, that guy fucking has been buying Tesla stock since day one. That fuck probably sold you calls. You know what I mean? Like he's telling you, fuck yeah, send it to the moon, bro. Right? Buy more calls, my calls. You have the opportunity right now. This is the reeling them in, right? You have the opportunity right now to literally, at the beginning of the IPOs of all of these stocks, be ground floor and know when to buy them, know when to sell calls, know when to sell puts, to when to short your own stock, all that fun stuff. And then you're able to join that community, that SpaceX community, or that OpenAI community, or that Anthropic community, whatever it is that you want to be a part of. And that show back there, I think, can be the vehicle for that for many years to come, like years and decades. These opportunities never fucking come. They never come. We're going into a new economy, and you're talking about like shit that was like, think about what was built for like the retail community that was built in the 2000, 2001 tech bubble, and how that translated into the 2008 financial crisis, and then how all of that built up into literally like people making their whole life, money in their whole fucking life over 10, 20, 30, 40 fucking years. How many of you bitch out there? You say, I'm not allowed to, uh-oh, what's that? That ain't selling at 12:30. We got to check this fucker right here. Make sure they can't get over this. So I want you to think about like, oh, you look at like, what's that guy? Jim Cramer, right? You look at like that old fuck over there. He's been, he's old, crusty old man. He's been in Tesla or Apple or Amazon since day one. I wish I could have done that. And then, oh yeah, I'm not no one allows me to buy a house. They're unaffordable now. Now I got to work 4 jobs. My wife's got to work 4 jobs. It sucks. Life sucks. They're not giving me an opportunity. And then now you're being handed one of those fucking generational opportunities right now. And nah, fuck that. It's going to 0. Can't do that. You're going to get left behind. You're going to get left behind if it rips up into the top of the bubble, right? Well, I'll wait for it to all come back down to 2. No, you make the money. You don't be like that fuck over there who's called it 80 fucking times and been wrong. He made one good fucking trade and missed out on fucking hundreds of millions of dollars. So you ride it up when you can. You get in there for the duration. When you hit that blue monthly trigger, we go risk off. And then we go right down to the bottom of Tesla. We buy it again. Does that make sense? It's like, let's say you're buying SpaceX, right? Buying SpaceX, put some time together, rip the rest of this bubble up. And then one day SpaceX falls below its monthly trigger. We can go risk off. We just sell the whole thing. Short it all down to the depths of hell. We'll jump back into Tesla X again if it goes to $2 or $1 or whatever. But I think being that guy with that show to do it with you, I think it'll make more than generational wealth. And I think that I can guide you through that, and I'll be buying it with you. So we'll be buying the stuff together. We'll hold it together for years on end. And it's not just SpaceX. There's a whole fucking ton of them, right? So we want to ride this bubble out to the end. Oh, yeah. What is that? What are you doing? You're going the wrong fucking way. So let's watch this close here. Sorry about that. I was getting a little excited here. The seller doesn't want to see that, right? God damn it, he told me not to short it yet. Fucking god damn it. So yeah, Giardino. I fucking pisses me off that we didn't do that, man. I'm so angry about it. I'm like furious. I'm like, fuckers. I would have been fine to sell from there too. I'm just like angry about it. I'm like, just go up there and shut the fucking door. Like, just clean it up for me. The brain's not working. So my point here too is, my point behind all this ultimately is bring it all back down to these IPOs. It's okay for it to go down. You know, I'm going to buy the 10% of the opening of the IPO. If it goes to the depth sell, I'm going to put in another 10% or 30 or whatever the fuck it is you want to do. Now you own this shit. Now you can do all kinds of cool shit. Short. You can fucking do options. Like, you're stacking it all. And what you do is you don't cry at the casino, right? We're not looking for a payoff in a week. Now some of you are, which I think is dangerous. But I think for most of you, if your horizon is much farther on time, I think we can put together a plan that'll be a lot of fucking fun. And I think it's okay to have fucking fun, especially if you're in the ground fucking floor, guys. Like, I want you to look at that from the perspective of, we went into a new economy when we built out the internet. And we have an even bigger economy starting. Whether I like it or not, or hate it, or I don't like how it's being done. I don't. But you're not going to stop that machine from moving forward, is my point. And if you're not going to stop that machine from running forward, do you want to be the fucking asshole in 20, 30 years? And you're like, motherfucker, I could have done this shit in 2000 or 2008 and I didn't do it. And then I could have done it in the new economy, for this new internet economy. And you can come back in 10, 20 years and be like, oh my God, yo, yeah, I was buying that shit when it was $130 and I bought it when it was $2 3 years later. And then I kept accumulating. And guess what? Fuck you. I'm a half a billionaire. I do whatever I want now. And I think that's the goal. So if that's your goal, and that is my goal, stick around. We'll do it together. I think it'll be a blast to look back in 10 or 20 years and say, oh my God, we owned all these companies. And this one or two worked out so well that it ran over everything else I bought. You know, it'd be kind of nice to say I'm an owner of Apple from $2, right? Or Amazon. Or any of these other companies that are, you know, fucking stupid high multiples of what they once were. And remember what they left behind back in 2002. They left behind like GE, the old tech. It all got left behind. All the old tech got left behind. Most of it got left behind. So you're either looking forward into the future or you're going to get stuck bag holding in that bullshit. And what are they telling you right now? There's a huge rotation going in right now in quality. It's been here for decades. Yeah, I bet they fucking want to leave you with a bag of that too. I bet they do. I bet you're going to get stuck in that shit for the next 30, 40 fucking years. Why the fuck would you be trying to buy old tech companies, the old stalwarts right now? There's a big rotation going on right now. Trustworthy stocks. Can't trust that stuff. Can't trust spec growth. Can't trust AI. Can't trust the build out. Can't trust nuclear. Can't trust electric companies and nuclear companies and mineral companies and chip companies and shovels and pitchforks and all this other stuff. That's fucking horseshit. Utter fucking horseshit. You are not going to see this world the same way it is in 10 years. It ain't going to be the same in any way, shape, or form. So you got to take that risk. And the best part about taking that risk is it's not like these companies have been here for fucking 10, 20, 30 years. Starting at ground zero. And it'd be a fun trip. So I'm kind of grateful that we're here at this moment doing this and that we potentially have the opportunity to take this trip together. And if we can do that with the right people, the right resources, tools and shit like that, and the right people being here for you 24 hours a day in some capacity or another, whether that's inside the Discord or it's inside of a daytime show or a full nighttime show, I think you should get full market coverage from us. And I think it'll be a powerful thing. That's my spiel. Anyways, we've got the high back here. Let's just check this 12 o'clock. This is a high right here. Let's look at this closely. Let's see where this one is right here. Move this one. Move this one. I just want to be able to see it. And you see this lower high right here? This is the one that matters. This is the 12 p.m., right? They sold it down. We came back up for 12:30, and we failed to get a new high. So where does that imply we are going now? Which way are we going? Anyone? Bueller? Bearer? Bearer. There you go, Opland Group. Opland Group's got it. All right, so we know where our targets are down here. Hold on here. Put this one up right here. There's our first target. S1 is 724.12. Remember, along the way, even though we're thinking we're going down, we want to be watching all of these prior places. Right? So if I say, hey, looks like we're going to start going down, you want to what? You want to not just hit this, but you want to get underneath it, right? And you want to backfill all this in, right, to go down. So it's like down, and then did we get deep enough? And then did we backfill this? Then we can go down. Let's watch this closely here. I want you to watch this low right here. See this low? I want you to watch this low right here. I'm not going to mark it, but I want you to watch it. And what I really want to see here is I want to see what? I want to see the break, right? And then I want to see the capitulation in here. And then I want to ram it down their fucking asses, right? Ram it down a bull's ass, right? Sorry, I gotta switch to fuck the bulls or something. Keep that there in screen. You could probably start shorting this, but you just want to make sure that you have tight stops. It'll be easier to put stops on later, but you could probably start right now if you want to. I shouldn't say that, but we still haven't gotten the new low, but if you wanted to just have tight as fuck stops. We need to get underneath this thing right here. My preference is like this. Her preference is the new low and then selling that rejection right there. This one right here. But you're probably okay right here if you just keep some stops up here. You could get dinged up if it turns on you, but just be light cuts and scratches on you, Bear. You won't lose your whole account. And we'll start the process here. See if this works. This is start and close the door. Still need to shut it, but you're looking for exhaustion in here from buyers, fear from buyers. Give me a second here. I got to sign into a bunch of stuff. I deleted all of my internet history. Cleared all my caches. Cakes. Cachets. I saw a T-shirt the other day that said, "You call it, or I call it tomato. You call it tomato. I call you a douche." I thought it was a cool T-shirt. I wouldn't wear it, but I thought it was funny.
And difficult macro environments suggest additional concessions will be needed for the auction to be digested smoothly. Latest CFTC position data shows speculators net short 183k ultra 10-year note futures and net short 830k 10-year note futures, potential sources of current demand for the auction.
I think, yeah, that low is right here. I'll put this one in because it's coming off the screen. You guys can't see it. We need to beat that low right there. Give me one quick second. I gotta take a quick break here, guys. I gotta have something done every day for people. Give me a second.
FIME is going to begin the 10-year note auction. Prior bid cover of 2.4, prior high yield of 4.468%. 1 minute kinetic with the one issued for the 10-year note auction. Ten seconds. For spot 539% for the one issued. Again, for spot 539%. US Energy Secretary Wright, when asked about Trump's comments, says he's not aware of the US taking oil out of Iran. Surely expecting the rest of the data for the 10-year note auction.
Here we go, guys. Come back here.
High yield for the 10-year note auction of 4.538% of 4.538%, with the US selling $39 billion in 10-year notes and awarding 71.34% of bids at high. Bid cover of 2.57. Primary dealers take 9.46%, direct 12.32%, and indirect 78.21%.
Oops, sorry about my old band thing.
3.1 base points.
I got my hands on a put button here, but I don't know if I'm going to hit it or not. I want to see if we can reject this right here. If we can reject this, I'm going to slam it.
Treasury Secretary Bessent on X says the US is disrupting procurement networks that support Iran.
No puts yet. Just wait. Let me just check 10-year here. Give me a second. I don't think it was a bad auction. I got to look closer, though. Hold on. Check out TNX.
The UK mulls tax changes for members of entities such as LLCs. The UK seeks to ease high effective tax rate for some individuals.
10 years testing it, or TNX testing, it's 1 in 5 right now. Just keep your eyes on the 10-year on 453. 10 years lost at 453. Market's going to moon. I'm looking to sell. If I can break this right here, I'm looking to sell. It's a nice clean bread candle. That's a good candle. I like it. Keep your eyes on the 10-year on 4.53. That 4.53 holds and starts ripping. Market will blood. Remember, need to get underneath this right here. And this tip need to get underneath. Need to make the new low on the intraday. Do that over here so we can see it. Oops, something went wrong. What went wrong? Okay, hold on. What am I looking for here? I'm signed out of like everything in my life right now. Authenticator. We have like I can't stand oh yeah. Whoa. Going green. I think I'm going green. I really think so. I like the other like when I was traveling, it was one of the most frustrating things. Like most of my life is like, I don't know, it's like put in your password. Okay, did that. Okay, now check your authenticator app. No. Put in your password. Okay. All right. Now do your fingerprint. Okay, did my fingerprint. Now I want you to check your authenticator app. Okay, I'm doing the authenticator app. Now we're gonna make a fucking phone call to your phone number. Oh, it's on your old phone number? Oops, too bad, bro. We're gonna call you right now just to check. And I'm like, how many fucking times do I have to check? I mean, how many fucking checks do I have to do? How is there not a universal fucking, oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Oh God, make it rain. Whoa. It's raining right now. Oh yeah, make it rain. Make it rain. No, no. Nope. Yes. 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 Make it rain, please. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make it rain. Make your money. Make it money when you have everything on your side. Print me some money when you've done all the work that you need to do so that everything is on your side to make a clean trade. I don't care if it's down. I care about the actual trade to make the actual money. I know for a fucking fact if you try to buy puts the wrong time, they're going to take your fucking all your money away from you. This is not an operation to not take your money. Slam the fuck out of that to the downside. Get down there, hit that, get a fucking new day low. Yes, down there. Go down there. 10-year rising right now. Keep fucking printing. Make a new market fucking low. Punch it through. You don't need to keep going. Just punch the fucking market low. No. Punch it. Slap the fuck out of it right now. Oh my God, dude. Talk about printing. Woo. Hello, ladies. Oh, I gotta check. Oh God, yeah. Make it really print. Make it print. Shut the fucking door. You gotta get it done. You don't have enough time. You got fucking 3 days.
Now said to be more than 4 times oversubscribed.
You got to open the doors. You ain't got no fucking time. Smash their fucking teeth in. Fucking kick the stool out from underneath them. Keep smashing their fucking faces in. There you go. Smash their fucking faces in. Smash them. Smash their fucking faces in. $10-year rising right now, about to moon. Watch out, 10-year mooning right now. Tell people on socials, your friends, be careful of the 10-year. It's creeping up to the upside right now. We bring these down right here. Put your stops in here. I just need this here because I got to see where they are down here. I know that there are buyers like right in here, so I just got to no right here. They're in here. Just got to be careful of where they are. The white line is where they are more than likely, right here, 724.69. If we can break through this shit right now. I should probably draw this in here. Need to be right about there. Need new market low right now. Fuck is going on here? We don't have a lot of fucking time, man. We're coming into 1:30 right now. Be careful as a bear. We're losing time in this right now. They're gonna, if we can't get this, like if we can't get this new low right here by 1:30, I'm gonna be pissy. There's a chance they can ramp this fucker up here into like 2. We got to move on to the downside. We don't have a lot of time here. Like this 1:30 to 2:30 in here. I don't like it because this can become some stupid nonsense like this up here. And there's no new low yet again. We got to break this here. Come on, Bears, send this fucker underneath into this here. You ain't got a lot of time. You got to get it underneath. You gotta crush the buyer. I know they gotta like pound this thing. Like you gotta be underneath this fucking thing if we're gonna swing high for 1:30 to 2:30. And if they're like that's not good enough for this time. This is 12 p.m. Like you gotta make some progress here. Like if you're selling for 12 to right here for 1 p.m., that's not enough. Like you need the plunge and then the up and then the big move to the close. I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to get this fucking party started. I need the bond vigilantes to come in and fucking rip that goddamn 10-year. Be careful here because we're coming into 1:30 here. And I prefer to see like at the latest 1:30 for a big downside move. This isn't it. If I was a bull, if it were in the inverse, I'd want the high here, at least by this time. A bigger high than this. What'll end up happening is we'll do the equal legs from 12, and they're going to try to rip it up here. So I'm for a nice new market low here. This kind of like is a nice little lesson in pain. You put the low in, then we can come back up here, do all this dicking around, and then move all that shit to the close down here. But we're not doing that right now, so I'm a little angry. Be extremely careful here at 1:30. They're not getting the low that they need. We did not put a new daily low in. That is not bearish. I'll give them a few minutes after the half hour here, but not getting it done.
U.S. Energy Secretary Wright says the U.S. is to
Let's watch
rejoin
it
the
closer here.
International Energy Forum.
I'm going to take one more stab at it here in a second. I'm going to try to, I closed already, but I'm going to try to fucking see if I can slam one more in here. Come on, Bears. Fucking can't. It's not easy to sell this. Like, you got to look at it from this perspective here. Look at this shit. I mean, it ain't easy. There is like a fucking stack of buyers in here. You kind of need to like plunge them. 1 in the afternoon is a hard time of the day to do this. There's better times in the day. The auction didn't help. Well, I mean, it helped, but it's almost there. Let's look at the auction really quick. So here's the TNX right here, 10 years trying to do this breakout up here. They're trying. There's a bunch of supply here and here, but if we can break out right here, it should be, Moon City. You're going to take that one out, then take that one out. Come on, Bears, just get it done. Look, you got a few minutes left, bros. You got a few minutes here. You see this one right here. What you don't want to see is this all become like you don't want to do is you don't want to see this stupid shit up here. You don't want to get whipsawed up in here and them down. That becomes a problem. We're not there yet, but we're close to it. You want to see this whole structure here fail. You're looking for, see this right here? You want this structure to be the one that you're looking for, which is the cup. And then bury that fucker into the depths out. But the problem is we're losing time here. I would have liked to have seen a new low. And then you just trap him in right here. But we didn't get the new low in here. No new market low. So there's danger here of being ripped. You might want to close soon here. We need this like new low. We didn't get it. I'll give him a few more minutes to get it done, but I'll just bring this back so we can see it. Hold on here, move this over. Right there. You can see the cup. You can see the handle right here trying to hold this thing in, to roll this thing down. They can, if you can give them a few minutes after the half hour or two. Doesn't have to happen exactly on the minute. Let's watch it closely. We'll come back to it here in a second. If you end up getting like in the inverse of this, because we're always going up, it would kind of be like a bear raid between 1:30 and 2:30, 3:30. Bear terrorists, and they come back in, swoop back and pick it up for the high at the end of the day. Watch this closely. Come on, bears. There you go. Pound it. There you go. There you go. Yeah, just fucking put it right to him. I just need the low, bro. I don't even give a fuck if you. I prefer the W too. Take out the W. Like, just take out those two right there, and then you can go up all you want. Just like take these two out right here. How about this, Bears? I'll take one red candle, and then we can go all the way up here. I don't give a fuck. Just that one right there. Show me the new low. Come on, show me the new intraday low. It's so close. Your arm's okay there, bro? Need time. Come on, bears. Those achy breaky backs into it. Those are bear noises. So terrible. Right, hack the planet. So bad. Oh, wait a minute. New intraday low. That's what I want to see. Now slap the fuck of that green thing over there. Smash through it. Nope. That ain't enough, dudes. No. Don't be like that. No. Intraday low. You get a little bit of, you gotta do a little more than that. I need to see the bear hug of love. More than just the tip. Exactly, B-Shot. What's up, Super Gals? We did this once before, like a week or two ago. Or maybe it was like 3 or 4 fucking weeks in a row where they would do the tip. And I'd be on the show going, that's not enough, man. They're going to rip your faces off. And of course they did. So I'm like, you got to do it. You ain't got no choice. You got to put the tip in. No lube, just the tip. Can I put the rest in? No, you need lube. Okay, here's some lube. Get the bear lube out. It's all gross and matted and furry. They don't keep it clean and shit. The cap's missing. It's probably some shit in it somewhere in the floor. Just like, what the fuck is that, dude? There's no heater for it. Like a lube heater. Just ice cold lube. I don't want to do it just yet because there's so much shit down here. Oh, here comes the 10-year. Buckle up, boys. You got your poots on? Why is my phone blowing up? Who's calling me right now? Is that goddamn fucking... Who's calling me right now? Jordan got a James Beard... He got a Baird nomination? Motherfucking doesn't matter if that motherfucker goes to goddamn New York or some town that doesn't have a fucking... some town that doesn't have a fucking Michelin. Such a badass. Hey, Jordy, if you're out there watching right now, congratulations, motherfucker. Congratulations on the Baird Award, man, or the Baird nomination. If you're watching right now, my man. If you're out there, I think you are watching right now. Big shout out to you, my brother. My boy, I've been known this man his whole adult life. I think I'm almost known him half his life now. He's a killer chef. He works in Michelin restaurants all over the world. And he still does. I spend time even today at those restaurants to go back for. He only works like 9 months a year, so the other 3 months he spends at Michelin houses everywhere. But he lives in a place with no Michelin. I think, unless they came there, maybe he got a Michelin nod. I don't know. It could be James Baird or Michelin, but supposedly he's blowing me up right now, telling me that he just got the nod. Jordan, if you're watching the show right now, I love you, my brother. I fucking love you, dude. Hard work, bro. I'll give you a shot here in just a minute. I gotta make a bunch of money. Put some puts on, Jordan. Make a bunch of cash, dude. I can't believe he got a nod. He must be jumping for joy right now. Those are the two key ones in the U.S. If you can, like, if you're in a place with Michelin, you want to get a fucking star. One fucking star, not 3. You want to get 1. The 1 star is the most coveted. Not the 3 stars, not coveted. 1 is, because you got to remember that the 1-star guy wants the 3 or girl. And what they will do is they will put out their best food they've ever put out in their entire fucking lives, getting the 1st star and during the attempt of the 3 stars. Even if they fail, it doesn't matter. It's one of the most intense things you can go through in life. And they don't happen frequently to people. Sometimes you'll work or stage for people that have them, but when you're the guy doing that or the gal doing that, dudes, there ain't nothing like it. It is the pinnacle of all things. Supposedly one of my best friends got his first one that is his. Like, he's worked for a bunch of other people with him. He's helped other people get him. This is his first. Jordan, if you're out there, I love you, my motherfucker. I love you more than the entire world. I told you that the last time I ate your shit, man. You are the pinnacle of that food. I've never had anything else as good as that, bro. We were just talking the other day. He was all upset because he was telling me the other day, I'm gonna get him. I'm not getting him in trouble, but he was all down on himself. He's like, I feel so stale right now, like I've done everything, and that's how you should feel. You should feel like that if you're gonna get a nod, that you've put every last ounce into what it is you do. So Jordan, if you're out there, I love you, my man. I want to cry right now. Congratulations, brother. If you're out there, I love you, man. Give me a second. I'm going to make a call real quick. I got to call him. We're going down, so I'm right here. Just going to make a quick call. I'm about to start crying because I know this guy. This guy's worked his balls off for decades. Well, I got to call him right now. Find out what happened to him. Should I try to leave you on the show when I call him, maybe? See if he answers?
Per day are going
Let's see if he answers.
Protected by US air cover, according to 2 people with knowledge of the transits, who said most of them were oil tankers. 2 more confirmed the practice of using the route with US assistance.
See if he might not answer. He might be watching the show. He's like, fuck that guy, ain't answering that goddamn shit to be on the show. They can't hear you, man. I'll bring it to the mic, then they'll be able to hear you. Yeah, he ain't answering. He refuses. He's texting me right now, but he refuses to answer the goddamn phone. I can't blame him for not wanting to answer the phone. Congratulations, Jordy. If you're out there, man, if you're watching the show right now, I fucking love you, dude. Congratulations. Celebration, my man. If I'll try to get out there this weekend if I can. If I can get out there this weekend, I'll take a fucking Friday night flight and come home on Sunday. If you did, man, I'll be there. I will come see your ass. I'm gonna come by you. Well, maybe he doesn't want me to come out there.
For those interested.
We don't hang out like that anymore. Back in the day, we used to way back in the day when I used to work in New York and LA and those kind of places. We used to work very hard, 100-hour weeks, 120-hour weeks, easy for years, and we used to also drink like that too back in the day. So he probably doesn't want me coming out there to see him because. His wife said he's not allowed to hang out with me anymore. Ooh, closing that door. Whoa, what's that right there? Shut the door. Shut the fucking door on these bulls. Oh, yeah. No, stay under there. A little plungy down there.
24 news reporter on X saying that Israel's Defense Minister Katz says the campaign against Iran is far from over. The Israel Defense Force are prepared to strike Iran with greater force.
Yeah, I bet they are. No.